will tell you this one more time. Leave that man alone. This is the 19th session. What are you missing? What is wrong with you? Leave him alone. You haven't given me not one good reason why you're still with him. Why are you still with him?
I love him.
So we're back with another tier list. Now today we're trying to figure out ways we can have the girl obsessed with us. I know it's 2026. Old methods that used to work is kind of patched. If you think love bombing still work, you're click off the video. Gaslighting might have a chance, but we're gonna go through all of these items to see how can we have our crush, our girl, how can we have her love us. First thing first, we got spending money on her.
How do you ask men for money without feeling bad? Like this. Do you want to make me happy right now? Yeah, of course I do. I want to make you happy too, but later on. Well, what do you want? Then whisper in his ear like this. I want you to take me to the ATM and give me as much money as you choose.
Trick. Now I know in 2026 we hear this a lot in songs or in TikToks where a girl might say, oh, I need a trick, I need a guy that spends money on me. I mean, if the girl said they like it, it means that'll make them obsessed, right? If you believe anything that comes out of girl mouth, you're cooked. Now I'm gonna put this very cut blank. No amount of money you spent on her will outdo the guy that spends nothing on her and only gives her good meat and is super nonchalant. The guy who doesn't care and spams emotional roller coaster, I'll go into that later in the video. But the guy who is tapped in more into her feelings will forever be better than the guy who just spends money on her. To be quite frank, and I know you've seen this before, but the guy who spends hella money on her, if she really likes the other dude, he'll use the money the trick sent her on the other guy. How do you think broke niggas with a lot of free time pull the most hoes? It's not about the money, it's about the feelings. So even though girls say spending money on me makes me obsessed, they're fucking lying. What they'll do is they'll act like they like you, but deep down inside, they want more. So can this go into irrelevant? No, I'm gonna put this at your cook because once you start spending money on her, you really can't go back. See, especially on the first date, if you do too much to try to impress her, I should have added an item right here. But if you do a lot with the dates and you doing all these fancy restaurants, you do realize once you start that shit, you can't come back. Once you start taking her out to Nobu or helicopter trips, like on the first time she's seeing you, she's gonna expect more. So once you start that shit, you know you're cooked, right? And even if you do give her the best thing, we already know women will never be fully satisfied. They always want more. See, the thing is like this, right? If you do spend, let's say $100,000 on her, right? If you piss her off in 2 weeks from now, or 2 weeks from now you piss her off, she's going to forget all about that shit. All that matters is that she's pissed right now and you're a terrible boyfriend or wherever the fuck you are. So our goal isn't to spend who can spend the most money on her. We're not having a race to be Bill Gates. We don't care. So if you're spending money on her, I'm not going to put this at irrelevant. You're cooked. On the first date, we want to cheap out. $10, $20, get some ice cream, get some yogurt, do a car ride, go on a walk, go to a picnic, go to a park. You want to start off low investment. Because already, girls, we know they look up. I say this in every tier list video. The rules of hypergamy. They want the guy that is better than them, taller, stronger, more financially stable. They look up. And if you, that's their type. That's generally most women's type. Ideal man. So if you're going out your way to try to impress her by spending money in her, she's going to start looking for reasons like, why is he doing this? Why is he trying so hard to impress me? Maybe he's someone I'm not. Maybe I thought he was someone he's not, and now you're automatically in incongruence. I know what you're thinking. Oh, I thought women love rich niggas. I thought they like the guys that are super successful. That's true. But I'm not saying don't get money. I'm not saying be broke. I'm saying this, right? Even if you are successful, even if you are rich, you have to realize the men with the most money are in the best position. For example, right? Let's say a gold digger, rich nigga, right? If the rich nigga is tapped into female nature, he can fuck for free. He can finesse her because deep down for example, if he says I want to crack the first night, or if he's on that the first night, she will let him crack because she thinks she'll get money in the future. But if you're a regular low SMV individual, she's going to make you work to crack. You're spending all this money on dates when a rich nigga cracks for free. So to put yourself in the best situation, get that money, obviously, be successful, obviously. But if you're leading with your pockets gank, you're cooked. You can't come back from that shit. Next up, we have giving her good D. Now, I've seen in other TikToks and other, opinions that, giving good D might be overrated or it's not that big of a thing. But if we're being quite frank, giving good D is still a non-negotiable. And I'm going to put it like this, right? Being good in the bedroom is not just you using the right animations or you use the right finger trick or use the right thrust. It goes beyond that. If we're being quite frank, we already know sex kind of begins even before you touch the bedroom, correct? So if you're already in her head, like mentally, if she already likes you, if she's already attracted to you, if you already are spamming emotional roller coasters, you know how to sexually escalate the situation without being weird and creepy, and you have her dying for you to crack. If you can be in her head and if you can tease her, you won't even have to do too much to give her a good D. To be quite frank, if you know how to really smooth talk her and be in her mental and she really likes you because of how you talk to her and how you treat her, not like a nice guy, but in a way that she can't really predict, you're a mystery, you could just stick the tip in and she'll already be, oh, I know y'all didn't need to hear that sound, but if you really play with her mind right, you won't even have to do too much to give good D. And I know certain guys, certain hoopers, I know you've experienced this shit. You didn't even give her real foreplay and she's already soaking wet. Why is that? Is it just because you exist? No, it's because you've already been playing with her mental. She's been feeding for it. She's been daydreaming for you to crack. And it's based off how you treat her and how the interactions with her is. How you touch her in a way that's not super obvious, but in a way that's playful, in a way that make her think twice. Did he mean to touch me like this? Was that on accident? When you have her running through her head, what are you doing? What are your intentions? When you're spamming an emotional roller coaster, when you can spike her anxiety, spike how she feels about you, you're hooping. So if we're saying, okay, just giving her good D and you just, you smack on some honey packets and you get some beetroot and you have a strong meat, it's going to be irrelevant. But if you pair it with how you make her feel mentally, this is without a doubt she's obsessed, bro. And then you wonder why do you think girls keep sex tapes on their phones, bro? You think it's just because it looks nice? No, it's because they're still trying to reminisce about the time you cracked her 2 years ago. It's like this. Giving her good D, it comes back with the buyback clause. If you are her best buddy, no matter what the fuck you do, she'll always be thinking about, damn, I wish I had him again. Even if she finds a nice guy or someone who treats her right, or someone who also might be tapping into female nature, if that guy doesn't give good D, guess who she'll be thinking about while he's cracking her? Damn, he's doing it good, but he's not like that guy. This is a non-negotiable. It comes with the buyback clause, because if this guy hits up her phone and says, yo, can I come over? Yes, immediately. You're the only one that made me come. You can't, if you ever thought this means nothing, you're cooked. This is not nothing that's overrated. Once you get in her head and give her a good D, she is hooked. And let's not get into the fact she start telling her homegirls what you did to her. Her homegirls is asking, bro, why are you like this? She's digmatized, bro. Get her a good pipe. No one, out of all the guys she's fucked with, no one made her come, but off meat alone, you did it? Now, I know I was just going on a tangent about how good it is to give good meat and how important it is to be good in the bedroom, but let's not get it confused with being her best eater.
When he's a really good eater, I know it's small, because you're overcompensating for something.
Being a munch. Now, I know I was being overly critical about making her come or making her, orgasm, but when it comes to being a munch, I won't cap, you're immediately cooked, bro. Now, I know what you're thinking, bro. I thought if I give her the best head, she'll love me. I'm sorry, you're cooked. I'm gonna tell you why. Where do you think the term "he's a munch" came from, bro? Even if you're a girl's best eater, automatically she's thinking he's trying too hard to impress me. He's giving it his all. So while you're spamming all type of jutsus and animations down there, she's like, damn, even if it feels good, even if she comes, she's like, damn, he trying too hard. I'm being serious. Women don't think like us men. If a girl give us the best neck, we will actually appreciate it. But girls, they take it for granted. Like, damn, this nigga really love my ass. Like, damn, the less you care about the girl, the more she likes you. That's why with the giving the D, you can just be Bro, I'm telling you right now, bro, you can nonchalantly pound her shit like, and it'll be easy. But to be a top tier munch, you know, you have to be down there for at least 5, 10, sometimes even 20 minutes, all for her to still not even come. So I'm being real. If this is like your first time meeting her, bro, you're cooked. Don't ever. You can use your fingers, but don't become a munch, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Unless you guys are actually dating, it might be different. But you won't have her obsessed. Even if she comes, she won't be obsessed, bro. She might say she will, but deep down on her side, deep down inside, she's thinking, damn, he's really trying to impress me. How is he this good? Does he just normally just eat on the first night? They automatically think you're desperate, even if you are good. So when it comes to being a munch, the better you are, the worse you are. Like the better you are, the worse she sees you. Because like, damn, I mean, it's good. Now, if you're paired with good D, you can kind of maybe go up to slightly obsessed. But ideally, you're better off giving good D without having to give her head, bro. Giving her head is like submissive. I'm not saying you can't do it, but leave it to the girls you're actually dating, not a one night stand. Because one night stands, bro, you don't have to do that shit. Be kind of selfish. I'm telling you, if you want to really impress her, I'm telling you, even after she comes, she will be laughing at you with her homegirl saying, yeah, he was eating the fuck out of this shit. He's my favorite eater. They don't say that shit in a respectable manner. She's disrespecting you. And then when y'all get into an argument, she'll say, bro, come eat this cat. Come on. You know your place. Come eat this shit. She'll grab your head. Ugh. Hoopers know this shit, I'm telling you. Next up, we have love bombing. Now, this is just a buzzword. I mean, let's be real. This is patch. Only because they get so much attention now in 2026. If you love bomb her, you will just piss her off. Like, damn. Like, only way this honestly works is if you kind of do the push and pull method with it. Is if you love bomb her and then you kind of pull back. But it's super obvious at this point. If you're love bombing in 2026, they get so much attention now. If you're spamming, oh my gosh, I love you type messages 24/7, it won't hit how it used to. Maybe back in middle school, but the average girl now, they get, bro, if you look at their DMs, if you look at their likes, the average girl on their story, they get at least 50 story likes. They have 50 options to choose from. It's like shopping on Shein. Which guy do I want to give my interest to? Which guy do I want to give my attention to? They have to pick willy-nilly. So if you're spamming love bombing, it's kind of in her head, she's kind of thinking, does he usually fuck hoes? Why is he this overly on my He must not get any hoes, and automatically you're disqualifying yourself. And it's also going hand in hand with trying to impress her. So this is low-key your cook, but I'm gonna play that patch because if you pair it with the push and pull method, you can kind of maybe use it, but this is not it's patch, bro. Next up, we have rage baiting. Let's not play games, bro. Rage baiting, buzzword obviously, but with rage baiting, you have to be. It's the same thing as teasing, right? So if you're talking to her and she knows, let's say she's not even yelling, be like, yo, who is you yelling at? She gonna be like, what are you talking about? Perfect thing with rage baiting is we're getting an emotional response out of her. I'm not gonna front. Where's the emotional roller coaster? I'm gonna explain shit right now to you. An emotional roller coaster is basically this, my guy. When you can make her super mad and then make her super happy, you're spiking her shit. So it's like one day she's super happy. It's like her emotions go from up and down, up and down, up and down. Happy, mad, happy, mad. You're spiking her feelings towards you. That way, the next time she thinks about you, she's gonna have flashbacks of how you treat her and how the most memorable shit you can do involves your feelings. If she doesn't feel anything towards you, you're cooked.
He like, how you doing? Yes!
2, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, 6, 7, nigga, fuck you, 6, 7. Fuck it, 6, 7. But the harder you spike the intense feelings she has for you, she will never, ever forget about you. Think about all the grandmas who say, damn, I was supposed to get married to my first guy, not my current husband. The first guy was spamming all type of rage base and emotional roller coasters. He was saying shit like, oh, you actually smell good for once today. I appreciate it. Are you trying to impress me? No, like you actually smell good. Now, obviously you have to say this in a tone where she can tell that you're playing. She might laugh. You might start play fighting. Bro, how do you think play fighting starts? How are you guys in the bed play fighting? Why is it called play fighting? One thing leads to another. Now your ball is in her hoop. Now she's bent over. Oh my God, how did I get here? Because you was laughing. Because we were actively role playing. So women will love you if you they will be obsessed, bro. Because you're spiking your feelings, bro. Like I said, raised baiting and backhanded compliments are almost the same thing. I ain't gonna cap. Next up, managing your cortisol spikes. Now, I know I'm using big filler words. What does this mean? To put this very quite simple, right? When a girl is around you, they will shit test you. They will try to get you angry. They will try to make you show an emotion, right? So managing cortisol spikes is just, you're just not getting stressed out. She might say, oh my God, you're kind of short. Be like, appreciate it. Or if she says you're kind of short, you could be like, yeah, the last girl I was with, she didn't have no complaints. I'm sorry, this is a big thing for you. She gonna be like, what? What did you say to me? I'd be like, I was trolling. The thing with just saying, I'm just playing is, you could be dead fucking serious, but just sprinkling some, I was just chilling, I was just trolling. It was not that deep. But it is that deep. That's what they'll do to you. They'll say, oh my God, you're so short. You roast them back. Then they'll be like, bro, I was just playing. Why are you so mad? I was just playing too. You have to even the playing field. So managing your cortisol spikes is you just don't get angry. If you're the type to be beating on girls, you're cooked. But the ones who are abusive and doing all this domestic violence is because the girl would rage bait them and they will fall into it hook, line, and sinker. So if you just nonchalant max and you're just super calm and you manage your cortisol spikes and you meditate and you're aware of your thoughts that trigger you, you're hooping. This can kind of go into women love you, but we're going to put this at slightly obsessed. Next up is gaslighting. Gaslighting, I mean, you know what that is. It's just slightly obsessed. I mean, gaslighting is almost the equivalent to, let's say she says something like this. Oh my God, you forgot my birthday? Be like, I remember your birthday. What are you talking about? And then let's say she says, okay, tell me my birthday then. You could be like, tell me your birthday first so I can make sure you remember it. Like, play it off. Don't take it too serious. Yes, you forgot her birthday, and yes, she'll make it a big deal, but gaslight her. Never admit you're wrong. Who cares? Because deep down inside, does the birthday fucking matter, bro? No. But girls are good at making something out of nothing. Now you're stressed out. Now you went from having a peaceful day to being pissed off. Now you give that girl the power to make or break your day, and now you're technically cooked. So if you know how to gaslight, if you know how to just not take her serious, if you know how to flip the situation, you're good. Next up, inside jokes. Only y'all understand. Now this automatically is your cooked. Now, inside jokes, assuming that you guys are just talking and you guys just met. Now, I'm going to put it like this. It's not you're cooked, but it depends. If the inside jokes are like you're being best friends, bro, pack your bags, bro. You're getting friends on. But if the inside jokes are like related to you being in the bedroom and you know she might be queefing, you might be like, or you might mock how she sounds in the bedroom. Okay, she might laugh. It's cool. She might be slightly obsessed. When she's in class, she might be thinking about you like, oh my God, he's so funny. So it could work. But if it's jokes about being friends, bro, you're cooked. Next up, we have mugging. You know, it's 2026 now. If you're not a looks maxer, apparently the girls won't look your way. And I have to tell you that is cope. Mugging online, yes. We know looks matter. Yes, we get it. But for a girl to be obsessed with you, we're already assuming that she's attracted to you. So if she already finds you attractive, no more amount of mugging will help your case. She already finds you attractive. If we want her to be obsessed, we have to flip her mental. It's not about how good you look. Now, obviously, to get your foot in the door, you have to look at least near her type or something along those lines, obviously. But if you think, oh, if I get this surgery, she's going to like me more, bro, she's cooked. We're here to be what? Spike her feelings, backhanded compliments, to have an emotional roller coaster. All these things play with her mental, not with the physical aspect of things. So if you're hopping on the surgery table, you're getting plastic, you're cooking yourself. Once she already finds you attractive, if you get any more attractive, it might help her like you, but she won't be obsessed with you more. Irrelevant. Next up, we have trauma dumping. Now, let's be real, bro. Girls do not want someone that makes them. If you're super serious, if you make everything feel like a deep interview ass question, you're making it super boring. They want the guys that are playful, the guys who doesn't care too much. You almost have to treat girls like an annoying little sister. Like, oh my God, just leave me alone. Because when you're at that position, one, you won't really care what she's saying, and two, you won't be overly serious with her. Girls want guys that are playful. If you're always overly serious, you're killing the mood, twin. Why do you think the term party pooper is a thing? You're killing the vibe, bro. Oh my God, every time I talk to him, he's talking about his mom. And let's not get into the fact that if you guys were to get into an argument, you gave her free ammunition. Is your mom dead? Now you're cooked. Don't you have daddy issues? Now you're cooked. And then she'll laugh at you to her friends behind your back. So, trauma dumping, I mean, if you're deep into a relationship, it might work. But, bro, ideally, bro, don't even think or even consider dumping anything related to trauma or your family with her. It won't make you any more attractive. Be real, bro. A girl has never had flashbacks about, oh yeah, he was trauma dumping about me. No, they reminisce off good meat, how you made her feel, and how you made her feel. Spamming trauma dumping, leave it to a therapist, bro. Leave it to yourself. We're not therapy gang over here. We're here to trust our instincts and solve through our own problems. If you have to go to therapy, it's okay, bro. I won't judge you. But ideally, the girl you're with, first of all, if we're looking back into the rules of hypergamy, if you're already buried in her, why are you dumping your trauma on her? When you're trauma dumping, you're basically telling the girl, hey, I think you're smarter than me. What's your advice? Or I feel vulnerable here. Give me your advice. But the girl is better than you, so why are you dumping trauma? And remember, I just told you guys, you want to treat the girl like a little sister in a way. Are you finna traumatize your little sister with all your life things you're going through? My nigga, no. It's a little kid. You can't take her serious. So ideally, if you're trauma dumping, you're cooked. Next up, we have gym maxing. This goes hand to hand with mogging. Yes, you look good, but more muscles won't change anything. I'm sorry, bro. Yes, you look good. Your face looks the part. We want her to be obsessed. When the girl have flashbacks of us, she's not imagining, well, she might imagine our muscles, but it's not just the muscles that are doing the work for you. She's imagining the good meat you gave her, the sex tape in her phone, the rage bait, or even while you're digging in her guts, you can be like, what's all that shit you was saying? You was all big bag over the phone. Now what? Oh my god, I'm sorry. I take it back. Play into it. You're role playing, but play the character that she wants to. When she imagines her ideal guy is not a walking simp that is trauma dumping. In fact, last thing you want is for you to be digging in her guts and she's thinking about all the trauma you told her. I'm letting this lame ass nigga hit. This nigga has trauma? I thought he was perfect. I thought he was him. But now I see him as a normal human being. I can't get as wet anymore. I'm sorry, bro. You want to live up to their ideal version of yourself. Next up, we have nonchalant maxing. Now, this is low-key patched. Now, it's not patched in the sense of managing your cortisol spikes. If it's super obvious that you're trying to be nonchalant and she can see right through you, you're cooked, bro. Because I think it was in 2025, it was a whole trend when he's a nonchalant dreadhead. Oh my god, I hate it, but they love it. So it's not that it's patched, it's just if you're going to be nonchalant, don't overdo it. If she can see through your nonchalantness, you're cooked. But ideally, women do love this shit. But it's like now you're hyper aware of nonchalant guys because in 2025 that was a trend. Oh, I'm nonchalant. Stop trying to be nonchalant. This word is so buzzwordy. You feel me? So next up we have push and pull, common sense. Hanging out with other women, common sense. Well, this won't make her obsessed. Slightly obsessed. Spending a lot of time with her, you're cooked. I'm telling you right now, this is why a lot of marriages and stuff and relationships lose that buzz, because it's hard to always be around someone and miss them. If you don't give her the chance to miss you, you know you're cooked, right? We've said this shit before. If you have your favorite meal, your favorite steak, I don't care how good, even if you give her the best D in the world. Oh, actually, remind me guys to talk about this shit again. But if you're spending too much time with her, you don't give her the time to miss you. She sees you 24/7, my nigga. It's like when you first get a new iPhone. At first, it's like, oh my god, I love this phone. 2 years from now, it's like, damn, this is my regular go-to phone. The same spike in your feelings when you first got on the phone versus 2 years later are totally night and day. From oh my god, I love this phone to this phone is cool, I guess. And that's true. That's just how we're biologically wired. No matter how good the thing is, if we're around it too much, if we have it in our face too much, it just doesn't hit the same, bro. Now, back to just giving her good D. It's the same thing when you're giving her good D. No matter how much good D you give her, if you do it back to back every day, it won't hit the same anymore. To be quite frank, ideally, if you give it to her maybe like 2 to 3 times out the week, maybe sometimes you might do it even once out the week because you're so super busy with work or content. If you make it unpredictable about how often she gets it, when she gets it, she'll be more grateful. Like, oh my god, yes, I've been dying for it to get hit. Last time was so good, I need some more. How do you think people who sell 3 fives, or they might sell Drugs, how do you think they keep getting return customers? The customers want more, and sometimes the supplier knows it. It's like you suffer from withdrawal symptoms. But if you keep giving it to her back to back to back to back, she can't get those withdrawal symptoms, bro, and you know it. Next up, we have taking her V card. Now, we already know if you take her for her V card, she will always remember you. But are you going to make her obsessed, though? We're going to be quite frank. It really depends. If you're pairing it with giving her a good D and you have all of these other qualities, yeah, you can hoop. But if you only just took her V card, bro, it's irrelevant. She won't be obsessed off the fact, because be off the first time you do it to her, it might just hurt too much. She won't even enjoy it as much as she should. You feel me? So if you took her V card, it really depends on the girl, honestly, because some girls might be like, I don't really care. I finna get fucking another nigga. Or they might honestly be like, oh my God, you took that from me. That was very special. So this is not irrelevant, but it's like it depends. I'm not going to change depends here. So it's not night and day. Next up, contextual alpha. Now, this one goes hand to hand with the guy she fucks at work. If the guy she sees at work, if she saw that guy walking the street, she wouldn't bat an eye. But at work, everyone loves you, bro. You're cool as fuck. You make everyone laugh at the workplace environment. In the context, you're the alpha. But in the real world, out in the street, you're a regular. So if you're a contextual alpha, if in certain contexts you are the best in the room, whether it's a basketball game, don't invite a girl to a basketball game and you know you're sorry as fuck. If you're not like the best nigga and she's watching you, when you are fucking her, she's gonna be thinking about, damn, he's not even the best in anything. Like, he's just, what's your talent? You feel me? So ideally, we see this also with the girls who work Amazon and they find this one guy they just can't get their finger on. Because be real, a lot of these girls, they meet these guys at work, if we're being ideal. So we'll put this at slightly obsessed. It just depends. If you're pairing this with all these other tiers, let's hoop. I'm not gonna lie, this video is taking too long. Next up, we have random voice notes. Now, you have to use this shit sparingly. If you remind her of your voice, yes, you're cooking, you're hooping. If you randomly put it and she just can't predict it and she finds your voice so enticing, and like, for example, let's say I just start talking like, yeah, I ain't seen you in so long. Like, it's been so long since we last talked. I gotta come over there and show you I gotta come over there and show you how much I miss you. Like, actually, like, when the last time we talked. Like, if you just throw that shit out there, she's gonna be, oh my God, why are you talking to me like that? And then now when you are texting her, she can read it in your voice a lot better. Because the thing with texting her is, yes, texting her is good, but if she can't read it in your voice, in your tonality, and how you're saying it, you're losing out on ways to spike her feelings. So if you do it randomly, yes, but if we're spamming it back to back, like, and honestly, if we're being real here, if you spam any of these back to back, they'll get boring real quick, like your favorite steak, like your favorite meal. So use everything, be unpredictable, to be quite frank, honestly. Giving her a good D, rage baiting, it's just, if she can predict you, you're cooked. So we want to keep it at random. Women will love you. Next up, waiting 3 days to text back. No, 3 days is kind of long. I know back then it's like, oh my God. We're going to put this at, it depends. Low-key patched. To make her obsessed, 3 days is kind of crazy. Make it maybe 2. It depends on you guys' dynamic. If you've already hit that shit, okay. But if you haven't hit that shit, you're only wasting your time. You have to hit it first. Because the twin, you have to realize, the moment the moment you fuck, the power dynamic, you already won, bro. You won. Because if we're being super mathematical here, right? Hoopers, we want to fuck and girls want commitment, right? The thing with this equation is we're in a winning game because all we have to do is hit for one night and we win. The thing with commitment for girls is that's not a one-time thing. That's a lifetime thing. So if you break up in 2 years and you've already hit, technically, and you break up with her, technically you won the game. Twin, if you crack her, you won. The only way a girl can win is if she has you locked in for life, if you're trapped in for life. But if you hit that, you win. Commitment means you have to date her till death do you part. But you can hit her in 1 second and you already won. So if you already cracked, she'll be kind of pissed off, but it depends on the girl. Because now in 2026, girls are low-key hoes. Some girls don't even care. Their body count is in the hundreds. So it depends on the girl. If you hit, she will love you. If you didn't hit, bro, you might be just cooked, bro. Like, you might be cooked. You might be cooked. So, this is the tier list. Let's go through it. Giving her a good D, yes. Cortisol spikes, irrelevant, patch, yeah. If you follow suit with this list, the girl will be obsessed. The question is, how do we rage bait? How do we give backhanded compliments? The next video, or the next 2 videos, I'm going to do a video on how to rage bait pretty women. This is a crucial skill on any crush, on any girl that you like at school, at work, at your college. It doesn't matter. Regardless, guys, check out the cookbook. Man, let's fucking hoop, bro. Let's do this shit.